Oh, yeah, come on in here. Feeling pretty darn good on a Friday because your Toronto Maple Leafs are in a spot they are not usually in, and that is up 3-0 in the series. So let's break it down for you. If you did not see the game last night from the nation's capital, game number 3, Battle of Ontario, Canadian Tire Centre, Caryn, it was rocking as they hope to lift their Senators back into the series. They would give them something to cheer about. Start of the second, Claude Giroux would tie it up, or so would give the Sens the lead. But there's Austin Matthews. After the Leafs tied it, he would have the go-ahead goal, first in the series for him. But similar to game number 2, Ottawa would come back to tie things up. Captain Brady Tkachuk would beat Anthony Stolarz, and we were locked at 2-2. Similar to game 2.
Drama.
We were off to overtime where somebody not used to scoring put a stranglehold on this series.
The Canadian Tire Centers rocking. Matthews wins the draw. Benoit scores! Simone Benoit!
Love it.
Oh, yes. Defenseman Simone Benoit, who had only scored 1 goal this season, was the OT hero for the Leafs. His point shot lifted the Leafs to a 3-0 series lead over the Sens. First time that has happened since 2001, when the Leafs did the same thing to the Senators in the Battle of Ontario, and they went on to sweep them. So heartbreak for the Sens for the second straight game to lose in overtime, but jubilation for Benoit, who was asked this question after the game.
Simone, is that the biggest goal you've ever scored in your life?
I don't score much goals, so I would say yeah.
What would be second?
Pardon?
What would be second?
Second biggest goal?
Biggest goal of your life.
Probably like Pee Wee or something.
Oh, what a thrill for him. And that's what you need if you want to go on an extended cup run, is have unknowns step up at moments like that. And that was Simone Benoit. So great response from him. He actually set up the winning goal, the OT goal, when Max Domi scored in game number 2. So a goal he will soon not forget.
And I think he said, too, at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter who scored that goal.
Doesn't matter.
You just needed to score it.
There you go. So the Leafs are up now 3-0. So
should we get out the broom?
Here's the thing. We can, because a lot of the you should feel pretty good, because only 4 times in the history of the Stanley Cup playoffs has a team ever come back from 3-0 down to win. So the odds are
in their favor.
Are clearly in their favor. And you don't want any momentum going back to the Senators. So we'll see what happens come Saturday night back at Canadian Tire Centre, where the Maple Leafs can move on to round number 2. You know, though, it's Friday. You know what that means? Athlete of the Week, let's do it! Love Athlete of the Week. Big shout out to this week's Athlete of the Week. It is Philip Chong, who is a baseball player from Richmond Hill. So let's kind of break it down for Philip. He attends Bill Crothers High School. This is in Markham. He plays for the Ontario Blue Jays. There's Phil right there. Currently participating in extended spring training for Canada's national junior team from April the 26th to the 24th. Okay, so that just ended yesterday. Okay. That was against the player development affiliates of the Blue Jays, Phillies, Pirates, and Yankees. He's been a real standout on the team at the plate as the leadoff hitter and the starting center fielder. This is him playing at the Rogers Center. This was last summer. Here's a cool thing for Philip. He is committed to play at Stanford University. So he's off to college, and remember that name, Philip Chong. He is our Athlete of the Week.
Congratulations, Philip.
Remember, keep sending us Athlete of the Week feedback at breakfasttelevision.ca, and we'll celebrate that each and every Friday. We're celebrating a Feel Good Friday coming up right after this. Thanks for waking up with BT.